Hey, what's up people? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing good. This is Gufran and you're watching the Indian Grad in Germany. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. And without further delay, let's start with today's video. For the people who don't know me, I'm a management student studying at Technical University of Munich. I make videos related to studying in Germany. I make podcasts with people who are working and studying here in Germany. I invite guests from startups, from different industries, from different sectors around Germany. They share their journey on my YouTube channel. I also share my personal experience on this YouTube channel so that I can help as many students as possible who are aspiring to study and work here in Germany. First of all, I would like to say a big sorry to all of you. I'm posting this video after 1 month or so. These days it is very difficult for me to manage everything because I'm also working, studying, preparing for the exams and everything, and making videos difficult. But yeah, today finally I got some time and I'm recording this video for you all. So yeah, let's move on to today's topic. So today's video is on another important topic, which is related to accommodation. So in today's video I will explain you how I got accommodation in Munich, my journey regarding how I found accommodation in Munich. So this video is particularly regarding how I found accommodation in Munich. In the upcoming videos I will post regarding how you can find accommodation in Munich, what all options are there available, like dorms, private accommodation services, what all things I considered when I was applying for accommodation. So yeah, keep watching this series of accommodation. So this is the first part about finding accommodation in Munich, where I will share my journey regarding how I got accommodation in Munich, at what place I am living, how much I am paying and rent and everything. So you will get a fair idea about what things look like for accommodation in Munich. So let's begin this video. So at present I'm living in a Studentenwerk dorm. So what is Studentenwerk? Studentenwerk is an organization which is a government organization, a government-run organization, and all the public funded universities are registered under this organization. So it is a government organization which provides dorms at a very cheap rate, at a very affordable rate. And these are the public dormitories, you can say kind of hostels. But the main problem with Studentenwerk dorm is they are very limited. I mean, the dorms are limited and the number of students, they are way more than the number of places available in the dorm. So usually what happens is when you apply for Studentenwerk dorms, the waiting list is around 3 semesters, 4 semesters, or even 5 or 6 semesters. Generally, if I take the example of a master's course is of 4 semesters. And now you will be saying, like Gufran is saying, it's 5 semester or 6 semester, the waiting period. Then how things work out, how I got it in the first semester itself. So Studentenwerk, every year, in the month of May in Munich, they consider the application process, the start of application. It's from 15th of May. So there is generally a raffle, or we can say a lottery. This is the one thing which starts from 15th, but this year I think the raffle or lottery, it's not working out. This year it's the regular application process, but again there is a twist to it. So if you apply early, you get the dorm early. If you apply late, you get the dorm late. This is one point I would like to say to many of the candidates who are applying for the Studentenwerk dorm. You should apply on the first day itself for the Studentenwerk dorm, and you have high chances to get till the end of second semester or so. I mean, I can't guarantee you like you will get in the first semester itself, but yeah, at least by the end of second or in the second semester, you can expect to get a dorm. Now, this is regarding the Studentenwerk portal. In this video, I'll also guide you through the website of the Studentenwerk portal. So I'll explain you different points which are there and which are important in the Studentenwerk portal. Because in Studentenwerk portal, there are options for private accommodation service as well. So I will also guide you through that. So I got the Studentenwerk dorm in the general waiting list. So you have to provide the list you have to give your choices. So generally in Studentenwerk, you give 3 choices of the dorms. So I gave the choices based on the waiting period. Now where you can see the waiting list, the waiting list you can see on the Studentenwerk website. There is a list of waiting period for different dorms. So I selected the ones which has the highest number of rooms, and also which was closely accessible to the university, as well as it has the least waiting period. So based on all these combinations, I gave three choices for the Studentenwerk, and that's how my choices worked out, and I got the dorm. Now, considering the rent, how much is the rent? So for Studentenwerk, as you know, Munich is very expensive in terms of accommodation. It is the costliest city, I would say, in Germany. So the rent for a Studentenwerk dorm in Munich, it starts from around 240 or 250 euros, and it is around till 380 euros. So I am paying 300 euros at present, which includes everything, even the internet as well. So in 300 euros, I don't have to pay anything. Apart from this, I pay a radio tax of radio tax is 3 euros something. So yeah, I pay a radio tax of 3 euros per month, so that's negligible. But you can say in 300 euros, I get everything. So internet, everything, and you even everything, electricity, everything is covered. It's not like India, or I don't know about the other countries, but yeah, everything, even water, electricity, your room heating, everything is covered, even the internet. So I'm paying 300, and I'm much satisfied with what I am getting in 300. Yeah. And in 300 euros, you get a study table, you get a chair, you get a bed, you get a cupboard, a shelf, a small table, and yeah, I mean, it covers all the basic necessities you require as a student. So that's pretty much. And you have to share a common kitchen. So in generally my dorm, I live in a separate room, and we share the toilet, bathroom, and the kitchen. So yeah, that's generally it is followed over here in Studentenwerk. But the main part is you get your separate room, and that's quite good. Like, you have your own privacy and stuff, and that's nice. I think that's nice about the system. And that's also, like, you have to pay only 300 euros for the service. Now I'll guide you through the website, what all things you should consider when you should book your preferences, or when you do the application process for the student in Vecdom. Now let's start through the other section of this video, which will be displayed through my computer screen. So as you can see on the screen, this is the first link of the Studentenwerk accommodation, and in this link I'll click on the first link. So this is the home page for the student accommodation for Munich. Then on the right side there are the different tabs under student accommodation. So here we'll go on the halls of residence. Here under this tab you can see different dorms which are registered under the Studentenwerk portal. So this is a list of dorms based on the location, north, south, and you can see it. If you click any of this, you can see in more detail. Also keep this thing in mind, the construction work. So generally there are some dorms where construction work is going, so you should uh, avoid putting them as reference, as preference in your application process. And also see more about the details for dorms going which are going under construction. And yeah, so this is all related to the dorms which are registered under Studentenwerk. Full detail you can get over here on the screen, and see it's more, I mean, on the website, so you can see it. Then on the right side there is rent, waiting periods for the different types of dorms. I'll click on that. Under that you will get the idea about what is the rent, what is the waiting period, what is the waiting period for different dorms, how many rooms the dorm has, and so on. So here on, if you click on here, this link, you will get an idea about what is the waiting period and how many rooms and everything are there under that dorm. So this is the complete list of all the dorms. It also has the waiting period classified based on if the dorm has single room, studio apartment, shared apartment. So here on the Right side it's written waiting time 3 to 4 semesters. So based on this, you just have to put your preference in a combination, like how many rooms are there, what is the rent, and what is the waiting period. So keep these three things in mind. And this, as of now, it is updated on January 2021. Then types of accommodation for the people who are new, like for people like us, like I'm from India, this thing doesn't work in India the same way as it works in Germany. So you can see more information about here, like single room or apartments or shared accommodation or studio apartment. What is the difference? You can also check it over here. There is a complete info given over here. Then I'll go to the application tab. Under application tab, there is written who can apply, what is the application criteria, which universities are registered under Studentenwerk. So as I study in TUM, so it's registered, I can apply for Studentenwerk accommodation service. Then everything is given. I mean, you can read it in more detail, and who also cannot apply, that also is given over here, the detail. Then deadlines, when the application process start, when the application process ends. As I also stated earlier, like the application process starts from the 15th of May for the winter semester. So one important tip will be to apply as early as possible on the first day, because that helps you in getting or reducing your waiting period. Then different duration of residence and everything. So I mean, the website is quite brief. You can check it out, what all things are there, how much is the deposit, special cases for some situations and everything. You can also check it out on the website. Also there is the contact number. Now I'll click on the application. So how is the application form look like? So this is the application form you can see on the screen, and you have to fill the location of the university. There are three locations here: Rosenheim, Freising, and Munich. So based on that, where the university is located, just click on that. Then available choices, as I said, you have to put three preference. So based, as I said earlier, put three preference based on the waiting period, rent, and rooms and everything. Then put your university, desired date of moving in, your personal details, and everything. Then what course you study, you have to put it here. Then how many number of terms is the number of semesters. So generally, though the semester is of four semesters, but it is extended in most of the universities. Like in TUM, we can cover up the semester up to, we can study up to 6 semesters for a particular course. Then upload the passport size photo, your enrollment letter, or you can also upload the enrollment letter later. So don't worry regarding this. Yeah. So this is regarding the application form. Now I'll show you the room raffle. Yeah, but this year there is no raffle or lottery system. So you have to just apply as the regular application process, and based on the waiting list, you will get the room. Then further, there are also private accommodation. They are quite valid. They are not fake. So you can also apply to the private accommodations, which are at a quite affordable rate because they are registered with the Studentenwerk service. So private accommodation, this is the page, and you can also see the contact details of the landlord and everything if you register over here on this page. The registration for the private accommodation service is different. Yeah, so here if I open the link, this is the list of all the private accommodations which are registered. I mean the private listings by particular landowners and landlords and everything, who have given their listings over here on the Studentenwerk website. So yeah, just apply the proper filters, and then you can also get if a room from here, from this private accommodation service registered on the Studentenwerk. So yeah, I mean this is another option if you are not getting accommodation or something. Keep this